And hi, Mr. Matthew Lippert. I'm back here again. I'm doing a little round, is it like a 2.5 inch round keychain, acrylic keychain. I've got this deal here. I'm doing some playing with this. It's round, so I'm just doing some playing with it. What I want to do is I want to get this thing down to size. It's really big right now, and I want to be down to about 60 millimeters. And any bigger than that, I'm going to be way too big. I'm still at, still a little bit too big. That's 60 millimeters there. I think 160, 240, that's 60 millimeters there. I'm going to crop this, get it just a little bit closer. And that should put me just, oops, he's not the steadiest hand in the world. So, this way it's going to be real tight. All right. So that's got me set. Let me go back here. In fact, let me just bring this to 200. So I'm a little bit under 6 millimeters, which is fine. I don't want to be right at the edge. I don't want to be pushing it that close. So I'm going to set my power at 25%, because that's what I've determined is going to be the answer with these acrylic keychains. I'm going to set my speed at 83 millimeters per second, and that seems to work on the keychains. Now, let me see. I need to hook up to my laser. I have an X-Tool D1 Laser, so I'm going to hook up to it, and I'm going to click Start. That's going to bring me over to this next screen, the engraving screen. What I'm going to do is I'll stop this here in just a second, and I will go over to the laser. I'll set up the camera, my phone and the camera, and we'll do some framing, make sure it's going to set right, and if it looks good, then we'll go ahead and hit engrave. Okay, guys, I've got this set up. I've got my acrylic keychain on this gray primered piece of metal. You can't engrave directly onto the acrylic keychain unless you do some little bit of finagling. You can do a laser cutting engraving fluid. You can use a tempera paint, the craft paint, but then it engraves it on the top, and it almost looks 3D. Just kind of looks a little weird. I've tried it that way. But with this here, with this gray primered piece of metal, it actually goes through the acrylic and engraves it on the back side of the acrylic. It's really pretty cool. I told you I'm going to frame it. You saw my screen there. I'm going to hit the framing button. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make sure it's pretty much equal on every side. I think I'm pretty close. I maybe just a little bit. There we go. That looks a little bit better. Okay, we'll go with that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click Start on my machine. That's going to send it to the engraver. And once it's done, I'll hit the Start button here, put on my safety glasses, And let's see this thing go. Here we go. We'll see how accurate I got this thing on this round. I've never done a round one like this. This is a brand new experience for me. It's just a test. I had a round object, a round piece of art. Let's try it on a round keychain. I can tell you right now, I'm a little bit off. But I just wanted to see how it's going to turn out. It's either going to work or it's not going to work, But you can see it's engraving it on there. It doesn't take very long. If I go any higher power or any slower speed, the laser gets too hot and it actually puts little puncture holes in the acrylic keychain. It doesn't go through it, but it just puts little puncture holes in it. And I don't want the puncture holes in it. I'm not trying to cut through it. I just want to engrave onto it. But it looks like it's coming out pretty good. I may be a little bit off on my circle, but if I wouldn't have moved that last little bit, I probably would have been pretty close. But this is a difficult one to get this just right, especially since I've never tried it before. This whole thing is a learning experience, and well, I'm definitely learning. You can see how quickly that's working through there. This logo actually belongs to an individual that I know. I may end up even doing some things for him. So we'll see. It's been mentioned, so we'll see how it goes and if it works out. But I'm excited about collaborating with different people and doing some different things to make this thing work. We're almost halfway done. Now, these definitely take longer than the little rectangle ones that I was doing, but it's a lot bigger area. It's a lot more to engrave. Yeah, I'm definitely a little bit off. Not much, but a little bit off. I'll have to figure out something to, some sort of something to get these more accurate, but I'll figure that out. I'll have to do some kind of a layout box and make sure I started in the very corner, and we'll get it. There we go, we're done. All right, let me take off my glasses. What's really cool is you see right here that it actually engraves it onto that piece of metal. Okay. See, that come out pretty nice. Let's see if I can get this thing to where we're not. Hold on. A black piece of plastic does a lot of good. So that come out pretty good. I'm a little bit off on my measurement. You can see that. I'm a little bit off to the left. But not bad. That came out pretty good. So now I can start looking at doing some other things on these round keychains, trying some different things. A lot of this is just trial and error. That's how I learn these things, just trial and error. So, well, that's that. That's some laser engraving on 2.5-inch round acrylic keychains. If this is something that you could use, maybe some promotional items for your business, I'll get this perfected where I get it on there square. I'll make me a jig to set this thing in, and so everything's nice and square, and we'll go from there, and we'll make this thing work. But yeah, let me know. Send me a DM. Leave a comment in the comment section. However you want to get a hold of me, if this is something that you could use for some promotional items for your business, let me know. We'll get you hooked up. Until next time, have a great day.